Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to another live commentary of the Halloween season. I'm wearing my orange, and we're doing Monster House from 2006, a CG motion capture animated film, 91 minutes long, done by Columbia Pictures, the same people that did the Spider-Man movie. So let's get started with this Oscar-nominated movie, by the way. Yes, for Best Animated. It should have won instead of Happy Feet, because its animation is stunning for the time. Directed by Gil Kennan. I thought it was Robert Zemeckis, but no, he was doing Polar Express. So yeah, Image Movers. There's an emblem symbol with the ET flying. Yeah, I always remember that because I love that movie so much. This is opening. It seems like a Tim Burton movie, but it looks like a Tim Burton movie, just with CG instead of stop motion. Relativity media, yeah. Mm-hmm. The cast is good. You got Mitchell Musso as DJ. You got Michael Lerner. What's his name? Sam Lerner from the Goldbergs as Chowder. He steals the movie. You have Spencer Locke as the redheaded chick. Who, Josh loves redheaded chicks. And then you have the movie starts in the fall with a little girl voiced by Ryan Newman, and you have Steve Buscemi as the main old guy, Mr. Nevercracker. Mm-hmm. It's an all-star cast. You even have the black, supporting character. Nick Cannon as one of the cops, the dim-witted cop. Partner with Kevin James. Yeah, no Adam Sandler here. No, he was busy doing Click. Mm-hmm. She's cute. Hello, Leaves. Because I saw the making of this movie and they showed the dots on their faces. They actually did the motion for these characters, but it's not lazy like Avatar. The whole movie is animated, so there's nothing live action about it. And while this is a kids movie, it has an edge to it because there's some scary images for children. Mm-hmm. That house is terrifying. This isn't the house from Encanto where it's alive. No, this one is alive and wants to eat you. This one is not the friendly house from Encanto. I like this movie way better. It's shorter, and yeah, it's got more tension. Encanto, the main villain was the grandmother. Yeah, no, Nevercracker is way more intimidating as a anti-hero. Not really the villain. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's terrifying as an old man, but his acting is fantastic in this movie. Steve Buscemi proved that he doesn't have to work with Adam Sandler to be a good actor. He can do it on his own. Because he was also Randall in Monsters Inc. Yeah, and he's a villain in that. Here he's a anti-hero because he scares the kids. I thought he was the villain because the look on his face with those crooked teeth. There's DJ. His parents played by Catherine O'Hara and Fred Willard. Yeah, rest in peace, Fred Willard. I forgot he was one of the voices here. Yeah, he'll be missed. Leslie Jordan also rest in peace. I know he was gay, but I'm gonna miss him though. Ah, your voice cracked. This deserved an Oscar nomination for the animation because they haven't done a movie like this in years. Yeah, the mom. She'll always be the hot mom from Home Alone 1 and 2 for me because she's just so good in that role. That's how I grew up watching her. I didn't see Beetlejuice until many years later. Elizabeth is played by Maggie Gyllenhaal. Yes, you nerds out there know her from The Dark Knight, but I knew her from other stuff too. Because there's Chowder, yeah, and I love these characters so much. Hmm. It's a good movie. Like I saw this in the theater with my mom and my sister, and there's a lot of tension in the movie. We saw it in 2006. Yep, 6 days. 6 days from now, next Monday, is Halloween. Sam Lerner, I think, is just wasted on the Goldbergs. He's Jeff Schwartz. He was good on the show when it started, but it's just that now it's just the show's been on the air for so long. I just want it to end. 10 seasons. I'm like, ABC, please stop making shows that last that long, especially comedy shows. The jokes do not land anymore. It's so padded out, and without Jeff Garland and George Siegel, it's not the same. Hmm. Hmm. It's hard to act when there's nothing there because it's just they put the dots on the actors' faces and they have to move like the characters. It's not easy. I mean, it's hard. Doing these videos feels like the same thing. This feels like an animated version of Stranger Things. I know, yeah, I don't watch the show, but it's got a lot of that atmosphere. They're in the suburbs. You have a bunch of white kids out in the street, and a girl. Here, it's a beautiful redheaded girl voiced by a blonde girl, and yeah, it's got an old man that's scary. Yeah, it's basically that's what this is a predecessor of Stranger Things. They took this premise and they turned it into a show, an Emmy nominated show. Because this was 10 years before Stranger Things, so $28. Because how do these characters look way more realistic than Avatar? Because it's an animated movie. With that, it's like they want to put this CGI background with a bunch of humans, and it looks fake. The humans just look added. They don't look like they belong in that world. That's the problem here. Oof, done. I thought it was going to kill him. No. The acting is fantastic in this movie. Yeah, I thought he died. I was like, what? He dies in the first 10 minutes of the movie. Yeah. See, the movie is a kid's movie, but it is dark, though. Like Spirited Away, which is not really meant for kids. Because it's a Miyazaki movie, yeah. Some people thought that that was a kid's movie. It's not. Just because it has kids in it does not mean it's for kids. Ask the South Park guys, yeah. They're supposed to be kid. The voices are adults playing kids, and it's not a kids show. Those trees look amazing. Why did I start this podcast early? Because, well, I got other things to do later. So I thought he died because I was like, wow, Buscemi was in the film for 10 minutes. No, he's in it more, but he doesn't come back until halfway through the movie. Spoiler if you haven't seen the film. I would recommend it though. Let me eat something. Yeah, you never know. Like this didn't need a sequel because I don't want it to be underwhelming like some animated sequels I've seen throughout the years. Mm. He thinks he killed a man, and he didn't. He just had he got an aneurysm because he's old. The the house is crying. Manslaughter. He is a kid. He's not going to get. Here she comes. It looks just like Maggie Gyllenhaal. So it's weird that I saw some clips from her in Secretary where James Spader's like spanking her ass. I'm like, yeah, that movie's weird. It's weird. It's like 50 Shades, but it's actually they go through with it. You see her bare ass, and I'm like, wow. Her brother is right. Jake Gyllenhaal, Mysterio from Spider Man. They're both good actors too. It's Z. She sounds like Elizabeth Olsen a little bit, Josh. Yeah. Well, Mitchell, stay out of trouble, man, because he had a DUI years ago and he almost lost his career. Gosh, DJ, why'd you do that? She's so cute. Did they have to kill Rachel in The Dark Knight? I guess because Bruce can't be with her because she's not Selena Kyle. It's good. It's still a good movie. Like this animation is held up really well. The voice acting is fantastic. It could have been a little bit more scary, but if it was too scary, then kids wouldn't go see it. And it feels like a Tim Burton movie, like the tone. It really does. It's a shadow. There's a lot of atmosphere in the movie, which is not a thing that a lot of see. This is how you make a PG movie, Disney, Pixar. You do it for kids, but you have an edge to it. There was no edge in Turning Red. So a gyrating 13-year-old Asian girl as a red panda, that's supposed to be for adults? No, that's stupid. That's Gen Z crap. And also the what you call it, Lightyear, where they have to put a gay character for no reason except to put inclusion in a freaking Disney movie, even though Disney is supposed to be for kids, family friendly, that everybody can enjoy. No, I'm sorry, that doesn't work. This has none of that. That's why it got an Oscar nomination. Lightyear isn't going to get anything. It's going to go to probably either Strange World or The Bad Guys, because people enjoyed that movie, or even DC Super Pets, because that movie made me cry. Yes, I know that my friend is hesitant to see the movie. I get it. It's meant for children, but it was a good movie. For me, it was not better. It was way better than the Emoji Movie. It had heart. It had good characters, it had good voice acting. This plot, the action was good too. For a DC movie animated for kids, it nailed it. It's not perfect. I never said it was. Some of the humor just falls flat, but it worked. For an animated film, I got the idea. It gave its message clear without beating us over the head with it. There's Jason Lee, yeah. Hmm. So even this scene is creepy. You lie. That's so, yeah. A phone call from beyond the grave. Yeah. He looks like somebody, like maybe like maybe he looks a little bit like Marilyn Manson. Yeah, except not as pale. Yeah, if you painted him white, he would look like Marilyn Manson. Yeah, because he has that big nose like Marilyn Manson. Yeah, and his bed is near the window. Yeah, I usually don't trust a bed that's near a window, especially a window that's open like easily. Most of the time, I don't like sleeping near the window. Like my bed is far away from the window because of that draft. You never know. Or a personal trainer. See, there's drinking in the movie. Yeah, he has a beer bottle. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. This animation also, it also looks like that movie. What was it? Tintin. The Adventures of Tintin kind of looks like this, but it's more British. So that's why I haven't seen it yet. Or After Christmas or something like that. I heard that it's a good movie, but it's just James McAvoy's not British, guys. When are you going to get that through your head? James McAvoy is Scottish, like Karen Gillan. He's not British. At least she keeps her accent in some things like Doctor Who and some other films she's done. But with James, it's like they may want him to sound different in every movie, but he's not Ewan McGregor. McGregor has talent. McAvoy, he's like, I don't know what it is. In Wanted, he sounds like Morty. He goes, "Whoa!" And I'm like, no, that was too much. As Xavier, he's like doing an impression of Ewan McGregor's Obi-Wan Kenobi, and it sounds awful. In my opinion, that's why I don't want him to come back. I know they said that he's going to probably make a cameo in Deadpool 3, but he's just not a good. He's not Patrick Stewart, not even close. And then in other movies, the best thing he's done is Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Everything else is weak. They always cast him as British, and I'm like, Scottish is not British. It's different. It's not the same thing. They're both from the UK, but yeah, this is the first victim of the house. Jason Lee's bones. He's the first one to not die, but he gets captured. I'll go back on topic, but I don't know. Just McAvoy, there's just something about them that rubs me the wrong way. Because we have Ewan McGregor. Why do we need a wannabe? Even in It Chapter 2, they're like, oh, he just plays an older version of the kid from the first one. Yep. Yep. You don't see Jason Lee again till the end credits. Yeah, which I stood for. Well, near the end credits. Look at that moon. The only difference between this and Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas is they don't sing in this movie. There's no major singing in the film. There's no musical numbers. Yeah, I don't know why. Why do you think you haven't seen McAvoy in something in a while? Since Dark Phoenix, you haven't seen him in anything good. You know? Because It Chapter 2, I heard, was way too long. And I'm like, I don't know what it is about him. It's just he's weak. Weak. The chat is dead today, but it's okay. Little Sims will show up later or tomorrow. He wanted me to do this, and I'm like, yeah, I can do this. There's no sequel to this. I know that for sure. Because they don't do stop motion animation. They don't do motion capture movies anymore, animated wise. They just make a CGI, and he cracks me up, man. They leave the key here. It's actually one key, but it's really crazy right now. You know that? Yep. It does. To be cool like me. He cracks me up, man. And then when they see the girl, they're like on cloud nine. It's like the first time I saw Madeline Petch, right, Josh? When you saw Riverdale and you saw that gorgeous red hair. Oh my God. I was like, what is that? Ooh. Or treat. Mm. He's so animated. He cracks me up. No ghost. Yeah, and mostly we spend the time with these kids. They're the main characters. Like in a Stranger Things episode, the adults are just side characters in this movie. Even the parents, the cops, Nevercracker, he's like he gets sidelined until the third act, but it works because it brings, you don't see it coming. You think he's dead. A bottle. The film's not as predictable as you think. The house will eat anyone or anything because it eats a dog. And the rest of the kids at near the end of the film. Get off my line. Yeah, this animation never bothered me like this, and Christmas Carol 2009 and Polar Express. Yeah, they said, oh, it looks weird and creepy. I'm like, it's animation. It's not gonna be for everybody. Some animation is not for everybody. Trust me on that one. When I first saw Into the Spider-Verse, some of the background colors that hit me in the face, I thought that was a bit much. The way the characters move were fine. It was like a digital comic, but it took some getting used to. I had to watch it twice to make sure I said, okay, I could see this in the sequel improving. I don't think it's going to bother me as much because I've seen way worse animated movies this year, like Ice Age 6. Look at the house. Yeah, you saw it has teeth and everything. It's great. It's a good design for the house, too. Ah! Now it's Halloween, yeah. Yeah, here comes the girl. 27 minutes into the movie. You have the main girl of the movie, voiced by Spencer. Spencer is a girl. Spencer Locke with an E at the end. I bet Karen looked like that when she was a little girl. Yeah, Josh, that's a nod to you because I know I didn't mention you in the last video. This one I will. I like her voice. She does look like an animated Karen. And she's a main character. She's not a cameo. Because in Spies in Disguise, I wanted more Karen because she's like a scientist, but we don't see her do anything. Like in the third act, she disappears. I wanted her to I wanted her to be in it more. Burger, not your phone number. Babysitter. Hmm. Mm, I'll talk it over the Gershrup. Yeah. See, there's girls and they're just talking. They're not having a conversation about feminism. They're just talking. But it's a good conversation and it's short. With Andor, there's too much talking in it. It's not 5 minutes of talking, it's 40 minutes of it. I'm like, oh my God, just get to an action scene already. That's the problem. With this movie, no, it has a fast pace. The house is alive, it doesn't let up. And once a girl shows up, that gives them a motivation to, like, hello. Yeah, they have to piss in Mountain Dew bottles and they make pills for it. Actually, you threw them out, but bottle. Well, he just gets sucked in you. A bar of chocolate is breakfast. No, that's a snack. You could have given them a banana or something or a bagel. Here he comes. Here comes the. I'm going to look at a girl through a telescope, but it's not creepy. It's actually cute. He sees the leaf and he sees that gorgeous red hair. Yes, Josh, I know that must get you every time. I know it does for me because Madeline Petch shows that gorgeous hair. Yeah, let me see with my brown eye, like me. I have brown eyes. Look at their faces. Watch. That music is a nice touch. I know, guys. I know exactly how you feel. When I saw a girl when I was 12 or 13 years old, I lit up like a candle. I still do because the moment I saw Rachel at Comic Con, I the moment I saw Rachel at Comic Con, whew, in 5 seconds, I was like, "What? The girl from She's All That is older and still is gorgeous?" I'm like, "Yeah, that is saying a lot." No, and I'm not gonna say anything about that line. The line that she says, no, it was in the trailer, but and she gets scared easily. It's good that they didn't waste an hour for her to be scared of something. They actually put her in peril in her first scene in the movie. See, this is not the house from Encanto. This house will eat your face. Yeah. So Encanto, if anything, it stole an idea from this movie. Thanks, Disney. That's why it flopped and this movie made money. Yeah. This movie was a huge hit for the time. It didn't make as much money as Cars, but it still did better than Encanto and Lightyear. Hmm. These kids are great. I love these kids. They're like the kids from Harry Potter that they can act. Most of them can act. The three main leads can. Puberty. I'm getting lots and lots of puberty. Hmm. Why don't people dress up as these characters from at Comic Con? Because this is a movie that's so over. It was overlooked. At the Oscars, it should have won the Oscar. And yeah, Jenny Bennett. That's a cute name. If Caitlyn does a movie like this, or like an animated movie, and I hear that gorgeous voice, I'm gonna lose it. Hmm. Which is why didn't this really is a good film. Like I wish more Disney movies were like this. Not just CGI, but they have life to them. Because the characters in Lightyear, Buzz's chin is really fat because in the Toy Story movies, his chin is fat, and the rest of the characters look like characters from another movie. They don't look like Pixar characters. And it's good to see kids using a wireless phone that's not a cell, because nowadays, DJ, you peeing bottles? Ugh. The chemistry here is unbelievable, man. And these kids, they were really friends on set because when I saw them doing the motion capture, they laughed a lot and they had a good time working on you. You saw, yeah, and you have to have a girl in the movie like this because hey, there's several girls in Stranger Things, not just Millie Bobby Brown. Look at the puppy; doesn't stand a chance yet. Even a dog gets attacked in this movie. Don't worry, no animals are harmed. It's a CGI movie. Actually, it's a small town, so they're just a sheriff. That's why they're not wearing hats. Like in New York City, they wear cops wear the hats, blue hats or black hats. Hey, my ball. Yeah, see, this house is mocking him. It's a Wilson, like the ball in Castaway. Here come the cops, played by Nick Cannon and Kevin James, and they looks like them too. And he's a good voice actor because he did the Hotel Transylvania movies, the first three. He doesn't look like no. Actually, the black guy looks more like Chris Rock than he does Nick Cannon because Nick Cannon doesn't have an afro like that. Even sounds like Chris Rock a little bit. I thought it was Chris Rock, but it's not. It's Nick Cannon. Judy. Pixie sticks. Yeah. And people can't say, oh, cartoons are not meant for adults. Wrong, sir. South Park, Family Guy, American Dad, even Rick and Morty is meant for adults. Animated doesn't mean it's for kids. You can watch animation at any age, depending on, if you can see. Yeah, they have a gun in this movie because it is a PG because people think a PG means for kids, and sometimes there's things that are not for kids. Scary images, sequences, thematic elements, some crude humor, and brief language. Well, they say crap. That's about it. They don't say anything else. He's basically Paul Blart here because this came out before that, and I like that movie. The first one was really good for a comedy, a PG comedy that Adam Sandler did not participate in. Is John Heater? Yeah, he plays the. He's a guy that owns a pizza shop. Get it, skull and bones, huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too. When I'm in my zone, when I'm playing my Switch, he's playing an arcade machine. No way I can do that. Yeah, I can never play a video game that long. The longest I could do is a couple hours, not 4 days. No, my brain wouldn't be able to handle it. I want to live, guys. The guy from Napoleon Dynamite. It looks like a Beast Man. It looks like Golden Axe a little bit, or Gauntlet. I remember those games. Yeah, that's what I did back in the 2000s. I went to the video store a lot, and Comic Convention. I just went to Comic Con a few weeks ago, and it's like nothing else you'll ever experience. You got to be there to know what it feels like to be in that atmosphere, that world, that realm. It's just amazing, man. These people just go all out with their costumes. It's fantastic. I love that. It's like Halloween every day over there. Yep, there's blood in the movie, but the heart. He has a beeper. He was funny in Blades of Glory with Will Ferrell. Ta 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 ta. That's really freaky. It's not a real game, but yeah, it's pretty freaky. The chat's dead, but that's okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's a good premise, and it worked, obviously. Because with Encanto, the house is alive and it doesn't eat anybody. I'm like, I don't get it. I don't get it. It's just this movie, but without the tension and the atmosphere. It's in. And Mitchell Musso did this before his voice changed in Pair of Kings and Hannah Montana. He agrees with her because, yeah, again, girl, he stole drugs from his father, cold medicine, but yeah. So there's no security in his bottles of NyQuil. Super soakers. Hey, I wanted the bit one. Size doesn't matter. Look at those trees. Wow. You saw they have a bucket of jack o' lantern. Da, 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 da. Gotta take these socks off. They're making me itch. No, I'm not scared. Yeah, he steals the film just like Adam Smasher did for me in Black Adam because I love his costume. I love this his personality. I like Noah Centineo as an actor already, so that sweetened the deal. He's what basically Vigilante should have been in Peacemaker. So close. Yeah, yeah. At least Nick Cannon didn't get slapped in the face like poor Chris Rock just for making a joke. I'm like, next time, just don't do it. You know, the Oscars, they don't give any good jokes anymore. I don't think I laughed at the Oscars in many years. The police. Get it? Because he's black? Yeah, it's fine. It's not a racial stereotype. Diva diva. They're kids. Milwaukee. Jughead, no, that's from Riverdale. And he wasn't fat. Super cops, yeah, that's a that's a good joke that kids won't get. Yeah, Super Cops is a really good Jackie Chan movie. I think it's like Police Story 3 or 4. It's a good movie. Yeah, I haven't seen the Chinese version. I got to see it. And there's a sequel, a spin-off with Michelle Yeoh that she did when she was really young. I got to see those because it's been a while since I've seen an Asian movie that wasn't a Godzilla film. You know, we're almost an hour in. Yep, the I'm getting Judy. Yep, they get swallowed up. He gets thrown in there. Yeah, he doesn't get eaten. He gets thrown into the mouth. Wow. This really is a good Halloween movie for it's good for kids, but some kids might get terrified with this house. They'll think their house is alive. Yeah, I wouldn't show this to a 5 year old. I would wait until they get a little bit older. That's terrifying. The teeth are pieces of wood. Yep, the house is asleep now for until near the end of the movie when Nevercracker shows up. Mm-hmm. 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 Even the inside of this house is terrifying. Like it looks like a haunted house. Yeah, there's so much atmosphere. Like a lot of kids' movies nowadays are just too bouncy and they throw everything at the screen at once. You don't have to do that all the time. In Space Jam 2, it worked, but it started slowly and then you get to the craziness. Here, it's like, no, it just once the house is alive, yeah, it just keeps going. It doesn't stop, it doesn't slow down to a crawl. Hmm. Oh, my sound is a lot better than last time. Yeah, voiced by Kathleen Turner. She's the wife, Constance. Hmm. It's a backstory. That's why he has dynamite. Yeah, that's not the heart of that light. Hmm. It is. He thought he meant vulva. Yeah, he thought he meant vulva, which is, the hoo ha. You do the rest. They fell. Hmm. Yeah, that's the basement. Mm-hmm. It's like Santa's workshop. Mm-hmm. The lock is shaped like a heart. This movie's very engaging for 2006. Yeah, it's not dated at all. It's very engaging. Mm. It's like Han Solo and Carbonite in Empire Strikes Back. There's a skull. Yeah, you saw. It's a skeleton. Hey, hey! I know that sound. Yeah, it's a bouncing basketball. Yep. Yeah, those are terrifying. Those metal arms are like Doc Ock's arms from Spider-Man 2 or even Into the Spider-Verse. What? Yeah, it looks like the Sarlacc pit. Yeah, see, she gets them. She saves them. It vomits them out with water. Yeah. My idea. I'm gonna go home. Let's make a pretzel sandwich. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Yeah, there comes the Nutcracker. 1 hour into the movie, an hour and 1 minute into the film. We didn't see this coming. The Nutcracker's alive. He just broke his arm. Oh, be gone. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, it's coming. It's in 6 days. Is Halloween. See, she's excited. Mm-hmm. It's amazing how expressive this house is. Mm-hmm. You were in my house. No, this is a backstory they give him, but the flashback is mercifully short. This is when he had hair. Yeah, she was a circus performer. She's a plus size woman. Yeah, I got love for them too because they're still women. They had to build the house from scratch. Yeah, Monster High 2 is coming in 2023. Oh, Monster High. I thought you thought Monster House. Hey, Josh, what's up? I mentioned you in the beginning of the video. Yeah, because I was like, this movie doesn't need a sequel. Monster High 2. Yeah, I knew it because those girls were just mwah. I love Naya. This acting is really good, man. So good, man. Yeah, those girls are the reason why the movie was a hit, and why we're getting also an animated series in a couple days on Nickelodeon. It's different actors though, both voicing them, but it is cute. It was an accident. Yeah, her death. Hmm. Oh man, poor Paperboy. I'm glad it's getting a sequel. I'm very happy about that. There's going to be a series, so good. Hey, if they could do three Descendants movies and three High School Musicals and three zombie movies, then why not? The streaming is going. It worked. Obviously, they released it in October, and it's a good movie for Halloween. See, shows the humanity of this film. That's the heart of the film. The humans in this movie. Wow. So if they say this movie's not Oscar worthy, wrong. This got an Oscar nomination for Best Animated, meaning that the critics loved the way the house looked, and the kids, the motion capture looked good. It doesn't look fake. It's an animated movie, so it's supposed to look not too realistic. It's not. It's not. What's that thing called? What was that thing that the Lion King did in 2019? Photorealism? No, this is not photorealistic. The house is unleashed now. Let me answer you. Yep, he throws a brick right on her head. I love how the arms are tree trunks. Yeah, that's really creative. Hmm. This is terrifying. Like, if a kid thought a house was alive, they wouldn't go in it. That's why you have to watch what you watch it. Let your kids watch because they'll think it's real. Because see the eyes, yeah. Hmm. See, she knows what that is. Yeah. Yeah, this is when the Chowder uses the bulldozer. Does he have to do a battle cry? Ah! hmm Hopefully, in the sequel, to have more screen time with the characters that didn't have a lot. Yeah, he just knows how to drive it because plot convenience. But well, while Tim Burton didn't work on this, Robert Zemeckis and Steven Spielberg did. They were producers on this. That's why it feels like one of their films. Because Zemeckis did Polar Express, and that was that same kind of animation. And Spielberg, of course, his movies have kids in them. Yeah, it's a bomb. It's not a nuke, but it's a dynamite. There's a crane. The house falls apart, but it comes back. We didn't see that coming, did we? Because the movie's not over yet. It's almost done. I'm so glad November's next week, so I could just see other films that are not horror related. Look, I just won. It's me, the screw up. Hug. Sam, it's not over yet. You celebrated too early. It's not fair. Wow. The score is really good. Who did the score? Douglas Pipes. You're an outhouse. It looks terrifying now. All of this and none of the kids of the neighborhood even hear this. Weird, huh? Yep. This animation just still flows well. He does his amazing Spider-Man here. Yep. She kissed him, and I liked it. That's this. He grabs him by the cape. He has a cape for the entire movie until the house grabs him by the cape. I'm flying. Watch. That's great. I'm flying. No, you're not. Yeah, he does like the Amazing Spider-Man, except this is much better. It's a shorter movie. For three. Now the house blows up like a Michael Bay movie. Boom. Yep. That's amazing. You're all clear, kid. Now let's blow this thing and go home. An explosion and nobody in the neighborhood can hear. That's hilarious. At least in a Michael Bay movie, when people see the destruction in the city, they acknowledge it happened. It's not like in this movie, they blow up an entire house. Nobody hears it except for Nevercracker and the kids. That is hilarious, man. Yeah, I'm glad that Monster High 2 is going to get a sequel. It deserves it. I think, the girls worked really hard on that movie and the guys too. And I thought they did. It could have been a lot worse, but it did its job. It entertained me. Yeah, she can cross over now. Yep, he's homeless now. You're your wife, your housewife. It's a good line, man. Steve Buscemi, man, he owned it. We're free, yeah. It's a good actor, man. The world wouldn't be the same without you, Steve, man. He would be a great Mojo in X-Men if he did the motion capture, because the guy can act, man. Oof. In the theater, I felt that we're free. Didn't make me cry, but we get it. I'm not old yet, so I probably won't get that till I'm old. That kid's clearly just wearing a box over his head. There's a girl as a sunflower. You're a monster, so I blew it up. And she believed him. Yeah, the acting is fantastic in this movie. No one has a weird accent in the movie. The actors are putting it their all. They're giving it their all. That's why this got an Oscar nomination. Happy Feet, I just didn't see it. I thought it was a bit overrated. Yep, they like her. Yeah. Yeah, he's a good actor, man. Fantastic. Maybe in a beach house. Yeah, maybe he has retirement money he can use to insurance. So this Dirty Pirates are so good, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go out on Halloween. I'm not staying in the house. I can't because people are gonna knock on the door, especially since COVID's not as bad now compared to 2 years ago. Nobody was trick or treating. What's going on? I'm doing the podcast of this movie. It's almost done, Spider Master. So you made it a little bit too late, but where you get to see the end credits. Yeah, they put the thing around the eye, the Joker makeup. So he does the. You want to know how I got these scars? Yeah, I love that. I'll do the Dark Knight eventually. Maybe next year, since it is the 15-year anniversary. hmm Next time, Spider Master, I'm gonna do the podcast a little later so you can see it. I won't be doing the podcast tomorrow. I need a break. I gotta do the close. So that's the Monster House, guys. This is the only scene in the theater that scared me at the very end. The hand that comes out of nowhere, out of the ground. Watch. Ooh, yeah. That was creepy. I didn't see. I thought the movie was. And there we go. That was Monster House from 2006. But there's not over. There's a post-credit scene, like a Marvel movie. Dan Harmon, he worked on the screenplay, so he did Rick and Morty with Justin Roiland. So he worked on a kids movie before he did an adult cartoon. He's a very talented man, I'll say that. Guy knows how to write. Yeah, Robert Zemeckis and Steven Spielberg executive produced this film. So thanks for watching in the chat. I'll be shutting it off after the post-credit scene. Here we go. Here comes the cops. Steve Buscemi, he was great. He's the best actor in the movie, definitely. So talented. Nick Cannon, Maggie Gyllenhaal, who kind of disappears at the end until the post-credit scene. I go out and inspect some candy. Captain O'Hara, yeah. Let's go. Yep. Go some candy. Lots of yummy candy. You mean candy corn? The car's destroyed. Yeah, these scenes you would have missed it if you didn't see it at the end of the movie. hmm The dog gets the last scene. Yep, the puppy. It doesn't talk. It just walks around, and that's it. That's the end of the movie. So that was the Monster House. Maybe next time I'll do the podcast a little bit later. I just wanted to get it done. So thanks for watching, guys. Little Sims, you can always watch this when this is uploaded onto YouTube. It'll be there soon. I'm glad I got to do this movie. I hadn't seen it in a while. I saw it on Netflix last year. So that's the Monster House. I'll do another podcast maybe in 2 or 3 days. I'll do it before Halloween. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. And I will see you guys in the next one. Later. End.